Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our small footprint. My name is Nyssa, and if you're new here, we are a family of 8 who live off-grid in Australia. It is Sunday, and most Sundays I come out and do just a bit of a chat and catch up on anything that's happened during the week and things like that. I've been a bit slack with videos this week because my mum was visiting, and we've had some other stuff going on. And I've said before that if I get out of the habit of videos, then I find it really hard to get back in. So because I've had a few days break, I've found it really hard to come out here and film this video today, just because I haven't been doing it, and being in front of the camera isn't the most comfortable thing in the world for me. So sometimes it takes a little bit of a talking myself into it to really come out and do these videos. So I am out here now, but it's late afternoon, so this is going to get up a whole lot later than normal on a Sunday, but that's just what it is. So mum came to visit for a few days this week, which took some time out of other stuff. I spent a lot of time cooking food for us and just not doing a whole lot of other stuff, just spending time. So we haven't got a whole lot done this week. We did have some issues with we've had some storms, some late afternoon storms, which is common at this time of year. We have summer storms, late afternoon summer storms. We've actually got rain forecast for on and off for the next 5 days. Whether we get it or not, I don't know. But we have a really large gum tree that's in the middle here that in Australia we call gum trees widowmakers, because they have a tendency to drop branches without any warning. So you get a bit of wind and then they just drop huge branches. So I'm going to put a photo in here of the branch that fell the other day, of it on top of the structure, but one fell and landed on the marquee that we use as part of our garden structure. And it's actually, let me see if I can take you around to have a look, but it actually has bent. So the structure is a galvanized steel structure, and it's actually bent the structure itself. So let me turn you around and give you a look. So it's actually like rippled the structure in various places here as well, bent as well. The whole thing was folded over. We've got a piece of wood in there to help at the moment, but there is multiple bends in various places here. So I just walked through a spider web too. So the branch is out there, that ginormous branch from this really big tree here. So we've got it propped up at the moment, but we're going to have to work on it to make sure that it's secure, sink some poles to attach it to or something maybe, but it's torn all the shade cloth off the top here as well. And then we had this branch come down over this section as well. So we've had to tear the netting to be able to get this branch out, and then getting it out of here is going to be super fun as well. So, you know, just more crap for the garden, which is fantastic. So yeah, we've got this branch here as well, and it has been so dry that even this is the evening primrose that we released all the lady beetles on. So this had, you know, like survived months of aphids and everything else, and it has been so dry here that it's finally died as well. So once again we have garden setback after garden setback, and I don't know, it's sort of given up this year. We are still putting the seed staging area up, and I will give one go at planting all my seed trays out and see what happens. And if I can't get them going, then we'll just not for this year. And I will just try doubly hard to get this all working for next year. I'm still going to try and get some cold weather plants in and get those seedlings going and things like that. But the place is so overgrown and gross, and it's become too much now. We've let it go too much, and it's all just, yeah. So anyway, I do have watermelon update though. The watermelon isn't quite there. It's almost there. It's got a bit of a yellowing underneath, and it sounds almost hollow. Probably another week, and then we will cut that one open. But it is still appears to be the only melon on the whole vine. So, you know, great to get one, but it would have been really nice to have gotten more than one. But let me show you it. So this is it here. It's a good size, still not quite hollow sounding. The little tendril is still green, so it still needs time, but when I do cut it open, I will make sure to bring you along for that. Other than that, not much else has been going on. We have the car, so update on the car is that it's running now, but we still need to get the transmission service just to make sure that there's no further damage and to clean any gunk out that we didn't manage to get out. So that is booked in for tomorrow. We expect another $500 odd for that. But then once that's done, it should be done, so that's good. Grocery shopping is a week and a half away. I go down on the 7th. So I'm in the midst of figuring out what we're going to eat until that point, and I'll start another what we eat in a week tomorrow probably, to show you what we scrounge up for that last week, because it is a bit of a scrounge. Especially when it's an 8-week gap, we're short on a lot of things, so it means that I end up having to make a lot of stuff to tide us over, but that's how it works. So I'll share that with you guys so that you can see that as well, because that always interests people to see how we managed to stretch that last patch out. So we will do that. We have run out of it quite a few things, because we normally do a 6-week grocery trip. We went from fortnightly to 4-week to 6-weekly, and this one is an 8-weekly one, and I tried to buy extra, but it was the shopping trip just before Christmas, so we bought extra, but we also ate extra because it was Christmas. So we are very low on a lot of things, so I'm trying to calculate that in, but then we've had all the costs of the car too, so it's going to be an interesting shopping trip that I'll bring you along for. And then I have to decide how long I can make it last before the next one too, because I haven't set in stone the date for the next shopping trip yet. This one was set because I have the doctor's appointment while I'm down there, but the next one, there is nothing significant. My 40th is this year, so I might go down to Brisbane sometime around my 40th and plan for a shopping trip then. But other than that, we don't have any set dates that I need to go down for that I know of yet. Mind you, I've got this doctor's appointment, so there might be further appointments from that. I'm not sure. So we've got rain forecast for a week. We got the grey water working. So I need to do the video up to finish that up for you too. So I'll get that out for you this week, and we need to extend the irrigation, because it goes to the first lot of fruit trees, but it doesn't reach the second lot yet because they weren't in when we had the grey water set up. So I need to extend the irrigation out to the feijoa trees and the pear trees and stuff. Everything's looking really sad at the moment though. It has been so dry and so hot. It is just muggy and disgusting, and yeah, so nothing is doing particularly well in that sense. We did find a guinea fowl nest. So we have free-range guinea fowl. Guinea fowl are really good for reducing tick population, as well as helping to get rid of snakes. Mind you, I will put a photo in here. While Mum was here, we did have a snake turn up in the laundry that we managed to scoot off into the bush, and hopefully he won't come back. But there was not a pleasant snake in our laundry, so I'll put the photo here of that. But they do deter some snakes. They make a lot of noise and they walk a perimeter. But the problem is that when they're nesting, they have a tendency to nest on the ground, and they get picked off and eaten by whatever, foxes, wild dogs, whatever. So we lose a couple of guinea fowl every year over the nesting season, and they're not very good at hatching their own eggs either. The couple of times that we have let them hatch some on nests, they've hatched the babies, we've seen them with the babies, and then within a couple of days the babies are gone. So we found a nest. There was a goanna trying to steal eggs from it, so we took all the eggs and put them in the incubator. Tomorrow will be tonight I think is day 7 of them being in the incubator, so I'm going to candle them all tonight and see if any of them are viable. They all were clear when I put them in the incubator. None of them had any development that was visible, but guinea fowl eggs, the shells are really thick. It makes it very hard to tell, but I'm going to candle them in the dark tonight and see how that goes. And if they're viable, then we will hatch them. Guinea fowl are a 28-day incubation So it'll be another 3 weeks before they are ready, and we will have to build a new pen because the guinea fowl roost high. So the pen that we used to have the guinea fowl in when we've raised them before is now in the pig pen where they sleep. So we'll need to build something else for them. It has to be tall, and they have to stay in there for quite a while. We have tried releasing them at various different ages, but they do best if they're kept in there for 6 months and they're well and truly established and old and have been roosting before they get let out. Otherwise they just don't seem to roost well and they get picked off. I don't know, but we will give it a go. So we've got, I don't know how many eggs, 15 maybe in the incubator, and I'll check them out tonight and I'll let you know how they go. But hopefully we can hatch some more of them to pick up some of the flock because we have 5 I think left, but we've only been spotting 4 lately, so we may have lost one this nesting season as well. I'm not real sure. If we could see where some people, when they're guinea fowl nest, they put a cage around them, they put fencing and a cage around them to protect them, and then you just have to take food and watch them. But we have such a large property and they nest in such weird places that we don't find them until we find clutches of eggs with no guinea fowl. So it's unfortunate, but that is the way it is. So I'll keep you updated with that. Anything else that has occurred? Not that I can think of. It's just been a slow week. We haven't got the seed staging up yet. Hopefully we'll do that over sometime when it's not raining over the next week, when it's a bit cooler. But it's been 38-degree days and we've been hitting 40 to 60% humidity as well, and it's just been horrible. It's really, really unpleasant weather to get anything done. Darryl did replace some screens in the house today to allow for some more airflow, but mostly we've just been doing not a whole lot. It's just too hot. So that's about it this week. Not much to share, but I do my Sunday check-ins and I know that everyone gets worried if I don't do them, and I haven't posted a video in a few days either because mum was here. So I still have quite a few videos lined up. I just haven't got them to a point to share them yet. So still plenty to share. I just have been a bit slack this week. So thank you for joining me again today, and I will see you when I get the next one out. Bye guys.